I have backed more than 400 crowdfunded comic books. These are my top 10 here. Coming in at number 6 is The Wailing Blade by Rich Douillet and Joe Mauvais. This book was initially released through single issues, and then they released this incredible die-cut, look at that, die-cut hardcover edition of the book. I got some of the single issues, but this I had to have here. This is the tale of Tykon and his father Ara. Now they lead this pack of rebels who live in this fantasy, also and science fiction world here. This is thinking about more like Thundercats or Thundar the Barbarian. We're in a world where savagery, super science, and sorcery, if you will. And they lead this rebellious group of people that are fighting against the evil tyrant who we never see. Great choice in this book, Rich. We never see the tyrant, we only feel his presence. And he has this executioner that travels the land, killing those who would betray this incredible and awful tyrant known as the Head Taker. And that's this bad boy right here. And he wields this impossibly large sword called the Wailing Blade. Beautiful work there on that die cut. There's this beautiful way that Rich opens this up with the executioner, the Head Taker, coming into a city, and the only words are, "They will hate you." Horrific and horrible weight that the Head Taker himself carries as the executioner as he goes about killing these traitors or supposed traitors of this evil tyrant. Tykon and Aura are leading this rebellion against them. Aura is his dad, he's the king of it. Tykon and his raiders try to sack a royal emissary. This goes terribly south, they're too close to Ord's, this capital city. They get taken over. His father is then kidnapped by these wasp-riding guards and taken into custody by this nasty man here, this duke that oversees the city of Ord's, which is one of the tyrant's royal cities here. Now, this guy turns out to be an awful, terrible human being, like most of the people connected to the tyrant. Creates this nice world where the rebels really feel like the world is against them. So Tykon's plan to free his father is to kill the current head taker, take on his mask and his sword, and go to the city of Orz to execute his own father. And in that execution moment, turn the blade, kill other people, and get his father out of there. So they do manage to kill the standing head taker. It's this incredible fight sequence. Hundreds and hundreds of arrows rain down here on the head taker. Tykon manages to cut off his arm, the arm that's holding the wailing blade, and then take the wailing blade and actually behead the head taker. Only way to take this guy down. However, he has this handler who goes with him wherever he goes. Now, this handler seemingly is just an evil, money-grubbing slime. But in the end, he's going to turn the tables in a way no one quite imagines. So they get to the city of Ordz. He's going to get in to execute his father and then free him out. But there's a twist. The tyrant has another executioner known as the Bone Breaker. And this woman, instead of using the big wailing blade, uses this horrifying hammer here. And she is also a mask-wearing, traveling the land executioner, destroying those who would betray the tyrant. So now in true tyrant fashion, they have to fight for who gets to execute the king. What I love about this is the head taker normally probably would have just walked away from it. But Tykon, who's masquerading around as the head taker, has no other option. This turns into a brutal, horrifying fight in the ring. He ultimately is able to defeat the head taker, chop off her head. But it comes at a terrifying cost because there is a button on the wailing blade, something that Tykon hasn't pressed yet, something that gives him incredible power. He uses this in the ring. It gives him this jolt of energy. Think Bane. But the catch is now he is under the control of the handler. That in the end, the head taker was never the mastermind, never the killer. It was always the handler that was the killer. And it would use the mask that sits on the head taker to move him around like a puppet. And that only occurs once the button on the blade has been pushed. So instead of going in to save his father, things go the opposite direction. This has one of the most haunting, terrifying endings you can imagine. The Wailing Blade is a masterpiece of science fiction fantasy mashup, incredible storytelling, beautiful art by Joe Mauvais. Definitely a book you need to read.